So again, when you look at the other players, and
so
I have
all your top 10 point guards.
Hold on, Tone. Keep going.
I'm about to get to your point. So if you look at the players that I would have ahead of him, almost all of them, not all, but almost all of them, have championship and individual level of success that is on par, if not more. So Magic, obviously, I have Curry, and the other problem is I have Curry and West as point guards. Right. So if they were not in my point guard list, then yes, he would be in there. So I have Curry, West, Magic, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas, Steve Nash. Even if we just go to the bottom, like GP, for example.
Right.
Like, especially you just said defense. GP's giving you defense, he's giving you scoring. The facilitation isn't to the same level as Stockton, obviously, but is he in the system to even position himself that way? Is he? More than likely, he's in a system where he can record assists, but not to the same level as Stockton can. And I don't think GP is such a. I think Stockton's a better passer, but I don't think it's such a far-fetched to believe if GP was in that system and that's what they were running over and over again, that he would not have 10 assist seasons. I just don't believe that.
And I don't think that's ridiculous.
It's funny.
Go ahead,
so when you put Nash, I'm curious. When you put Nash ahead of him, is it because he won the 2 MVPs? Because obviously it wasn't about playoffs.
MVP. Yeah, MVP.
Right?
Yeah, MVPs.
Okay, but even when you look at that, though, there were seasons where statistically, John Stockton put up similar, if not better numbers, better considering the era and the pace and the scoring, put up better numbers than Nash. So was Nash just getting those MVPs? And Stockton was a better defender than Nash. And Nash did it not only in a higher scoring league, but in a 7-second offense, which based on system helps you get more pens, helps you get more assists. So how are you putting Nash just over those MVPs, which again, if it was Stockton putting up those numbers in that same era, is Stockton winning those MVPs?
Add that to the fact, Tone, that Stockton had
the game overall, offense and defense.
Right.
Stockton's better than Nash.
Add that to the fact, Tone, that John Stockton had multiple seasons where he did finish in the top 10 in league MVP votes. He did do that, but
he never won.
He never won. But and I know that you don't like that low, but you got to remember
top 10 is a little too low. Top 5 I'm fine. Top 10 is a little low.
Right, but
being in the top 10 MVP is pretty significant.
I'm not saying it's not significant, but everybody else I have ahead of him have finished top 5, if not won the award.
Right. And I think Stockton, the highest he finished was seventh or sixth. I think he finished 7th or 6th.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
Yeah, Draymond Green has come 7th before.
The years that Nash won his MVPs, what was he? 18 and
wait. What does Draymond Green have to do with this?
I'm just saying that you don't consider Draymond Green an MVP level player.
But you said, but wait a minute,
Marz, the highest is 7th. The highest is
he's finished 7th. But wait a minute, Marz, you've told me that Draymond Green is his impact on the Golden State Warriors is unmatched.
Yes,
the fact that they won them NBA championships is because of which means that he could very well be the MVP. He could very well be the MVP of that team. Is that fair?
When you say he finished,
it's the difference between being the best player and being the most valuable player.
Steph is the most valuable.
Hold on a second. When Draymond finished 7th, where was he defensively?
That was
the year that
he was second in depoy that year.
He was second in depoy.
It was a 73-9 win season.
So that's a significant thing, right? Because Rodman's finished in the top 10 in MVP conversations before too because of his defense and rebounding. So a guy who's the main facilitator on the best team, who's the second in depoy, he's going to get MVP votes. That's
not my point. No, I'm not saying this is. My point is you don't consider Draymond Green ever to be an MVP candidate. The same reason John Stockton, who came 7th, was never considered an MVP candidate. That was my only point.
But he did it multiple times, not just once.
No, but he was still never.
It's just one.
Tell me about the MVP.
That was my only point.
That's fine. That's fine. The Stockton. I think it's 89. Let me double check. 89 is 7th. Then you got to go to 895, which is 8th.
I started saying Nash. The Nash 2 MVP years.
The Nash 2 MVP years.
17 and 12, 18 and 12.
He was at 18 and 10 and like 15 and
19 and 10 and a half in 2006. And I don't think
Stockton had 3 years in a row with 17 plus and 13 plus
14
rebounds. 2 years with 14 plus rebounds.
Assists. 17 and 14. 17 and 14 for 3 years, and 16 and 13
and 14 is
17
crazy.
and 14.
Now, don't and take it a step further than that, Ron. Don't stop with 17 and 13. I want you to take it. I want you to take it a step further than that, because it's not just 17 and 14. It's 16 and 13 for 11 years at an assist to turnover ratio at 5-1.
And the cherry on top, where was he at in the league in steals? I'm assuming he was right there in the top 3. I don't know exactly. But
89, he led the league. Yeah, three a game. Averaged about 3 a game for the.
And then Nash would then go.
That's all I'm saying is
Nash would then go in the playoffs and average like 22 and 12. He would have to pick up the slack scoring. So even Nash comprehended, hey, I'm probably going to have to pick up a bit scoring. And then in the process of doing so, lead them in consistent deep postseason runs. So that's what Nash would do.
Do you know what Nash did? Sorry, do you know what Stockton did those couple of years where he was averaging 17 and 14 in the playoffs?
What did he do?
He went 19 and 15 and 27 and 14 in the playoffs.
27 was like 3 games.
That's
right?
3 games. Let's try it again. Look, you don't care. No.
All right. Look.
27. I can find a series from Nash where he put up crazy numbers.
Seasons where he went 19 and 18. Like there were years he went 19 and 18, but still the year after, even 15 and 15, he went 15 and 15 the year after that. So like I feel like
in a 5 game sample size, that's one series.
I feel like you're making him out to be like again trash, and he's not. He's
no, I don't think he's trash.
He's top 10,
no doubt about that. I think he's a top 5 point guard.
I said French. He's like number 10.
No.
All right.
Why does Chris Paul get more love than John Stockton to the general public?
Number one, the reason why he does is because the NBA today, Big Ox, as far as viewership, is way different than what it was 30 years ago. You get to see Chris Paul way more today than I only got to see Stockton on Christmas. I got to see Stockton. I didn't get to see Stockton. I didn't get to see Stockton nearly as much as I would like to. And in the playoffs, you get to see Chris Paul at least 3-4 times a week because you got League Pass, you got ESPN, and you got NBA TV. So a lot more people, when you shoving it down their throat, I consider it like bad food. It's like eating it.
I'm following you.
Would you focus, Lo?
I'm sorry. That was crazy.
Would you focus, please? It's like bad food. If you eat it enough, you start thinking, you know what, this ain't really that bad. In fact, this is really good. When in reality, no, it's not. So I think that the reason why Chris Paul gets that much love is because of where the NBA is today, as opposed to where it was 35.
I don't want to.
years ago.